playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Throwing now is Allen. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 17 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now Jones. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. Fancy footwork at the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 108 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Patterson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
On 2nd and 9. Jones over the middle. He gets it to Patterson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
On play action, Allen.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Allen.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now Allen again. This is caught by Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Straight ahead, Walker. Oh, able to avoid him. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jalen Waddle, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Jones. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able
to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off for big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Operating from the red zone now, Allen. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. On second down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football. The offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's third and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here's Jones on third down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jones to throw on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have regained the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Falcons ready to take over.
And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On 2nd down, here's Allen.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Allen going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Toss left side, Patterson. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Allen. He's got it to Williams. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
So really a nightmare of a first half for him, Charles. His second lost fumble already.
And when they hand us a stat sheet, Brandon, and we see 2 lost fumbles, we usually think quarterback or running back, don't we? It's not often you see guys on the perimeter lose the ball like that.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yard sprint completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9. Jones. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing, Jones.
Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Throwing on second down. Jones. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be fourth down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Jones throwing on first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Jones. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns. Adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games coming up this weekend, beginning with the NFL's first ever game in Germany. Seattle and Tampa Bay from Allianz Arena in Munich. Oh, that'll be fun. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Then on Sunday night, an all-California matchup, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara, 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll just get rid of it. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now Allen. It's Williams on the catch. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Allen now on 1st down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Option play. Here's Cook.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Running left is Walker.
He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And complete right side to Cook.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen.
He's got Bellinger. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From the 16, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers will get the football back. Jones now throwing to start the drive. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give to Patterson running to the right.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A right side run with Patterson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not getting the 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Jones throw caught by Olave. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, Patterson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Cameron Thomas in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen going to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
One final try here for Allen, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about. But, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Third down, here's Patterson. Dances by him.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cordell Patterson.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
Well, Carter, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kwan Williams.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Patterson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown! Cordell Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Panthers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. CD, it'll go into the books as just 1 win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of you guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Allen
setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Allen, got to have this one.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Falcons first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
Buying time to his left.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And again, it's Allen.
That's taken in by Watson.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain. Let's go.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Running left, here's Patterson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Throwing Jones. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Jones. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle.
And the Panthers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Second down and goal. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Chris Olave
from 3 yards out.
And the Panthers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Allen now on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Allen will try again on second down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now Allen.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On first down, Allen.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Flushed out right.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Panthers about ready to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Here's Patterson again.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Patterson running between the tackles.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Panthers, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6 and 4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.